Hello, I am Nimata Faiza, and in this video I will explain the comparison of cultural differences between two quite well-known countries. Can you guess? Japan is an island country located in East Asia situated in the Pacific Ocean. It consists of four main islands: Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, along with numerous smaller islands. The capital city is Tokyo, which is part of the larger Tokyo metropolis. Japan is known for its unique culture, advanced technology, and stunning natural landscapes, including mountains, forests, and hot springs. Japan has a rich and diverse culture, deeply rooted in tradition. Respect, politeness, and harmony are highly valued. Shinto and Buddhism are the main religions, coexisting and influencing various aspects of life. Japanese cuisine like sushi and ramen is internationally renowned. Cherry blossoms hold cultural significance, symbolizing the fleeting nature of life. The concept of wa or harmony is crucial in Japanese society, influencing interpersonal relationships and group dynamics. Modern Japan seamlessly blends tradition with cutting-edge technology. Work ethic is strong and societal structures emphasize group cohesion. Seasonal changes are celebrated through festivals showcasing vibrant customs and, of course, traditional performances. Overall, Japan's culture is a fascinating blend of ancient traditions and modern innovation. In the other continent, there is America. Who doesn't know America? America, officially known as the United States, is situated in North America. The country comprises 50 states, a federal district, Washington, D.C., and several territories. Geographically diverse, it spans from the Atlantic Ocean on the east coast to the Pacific Ocean on the west coast, with vast plains, mountain ranges like the Rockies, and iconic landmarks such as the Grand Canyon. This country being called Uncle Sam. It's a symbolic representation personifying the US government. American culture is a dynamic tapestry woven from various ethnicities and traditions, creating a melting pot of diversity, rooted in values like individualism, freedom of expression, and strong work ethic. The culture is reflected in global pop culture, diverse traditions, and the enduring symbols like Uncle Sam, epitomizing the nation's patriotic spirit. So that's all the brief definitions of the two countries that we will explain in this video. And without any further ado, let's check it out. So there is differences between Japan and America in their communication style. In United States, communication is often direct and assertive, with an emphasis on clarity and individual expression. And verbal communication is the key. People in there tend to speak their minds openly, and the nuances are generally conveyed through explicit language. Meanwhile, in Japan, communication tends to be more indirect and implicit, relying on context, nonverbal cues, and shared cultural understanding. There is a cultural emphasis on maintaining harmony and avoiding direct confrontation. And silence is often used as a form of communication, allowing for reflection and understanding. In United States, known for its cultural and ethnic diversity with a melting pot of different backgrounds and traditions, diversity is celebrated and society is built on the idea of embracing various cultures. Meanwhile, in Japan, ethnically and culturally homogeneous with a predominant emphasis on traditions and values. In Japan, homogeneity contributes to a strong sense of unity but may also lead to conformity. In United States, tipping is a customary practice in various service industries, with a typical expectation of around 15 until 20% of the bill. The servers often rely on tips as a significant part of the income. Meanwhile, in Japan, tipping is not a standard practice and can be considered impolite in certain situations. Exceptional service is expected as part of the cultural norm. In United States, handshakes, hugs, and verbal greetings are common to use and see. Personal space is generally larger and physical contact is common among friends and acquaintances. Meanwhile, in Japan, bowing like this is a traditional form of greeting expressing respect and humility. Personal space is smaller and physical contact is reserved for close relationships. In United States, living spaces are often more spacious, emphasizing personal comfort and individual expression. Home designs vary widely based on personal preferences. Meanwhile, in Japan, limited living space has led to a focus of efficiency and minimalism. And traditional Japanese homes often feature multifunctional spaces. In United States, ongoing efforts for gender equality with evolving roles for men and women, and a greater push towards breaking traditional stereotypes. Meanwhile, in Japan, historically rigid gender roles, with changes occurring slowly. They usually putting men over women. Expectations around family and roles and career paths may still be more traditional. In United States, emphasis on equality with a relatively flat social structure. Respect is often earned based on individual achievements. Meanwhile, in Japan, strong emphasis on hierarchical relationships respecting age and authority. And harmony within the group is a priority and individual opinions may be subdued. In United States, emphasis on individual goals, personal achievements, and self-expression. Independence is valued and success is often seen as a result of individual effort. Meanwhile, in Japan, collective harmony and group cohesion are highly valued. Group interests often take precedence over individual desires. In United States, punctuality is appreciated but might be more flexible in certain situations. Workplaces may vary in their approach to discipline. Meanwhile, in Japan, strong emphasis on discipline and punctuality. Being late is often seen as a sign of disrespect. In United States, freedom of speech really common. Emphasize on freedom of speech with a willingness to challenge authority. And then respect is earned through individual actions and competence. Meanwhile, in Japan, respect for authority is deeply ingrained in the culture. Openly challenging authority figures may be uncommon. In United States, a diverse work culture with a focus on innovation and individual achievements. Work-life balance is increasingly valued. Meanwhile, in Japan, strong sense of loyalty to the company often reflected in long working hours. And company harmony is prioritized and team success is crucial. In United States, we usually see informal and diverse social norms. In there, they really accept the different lifestyles and expressions. Meanwhile, in Japan, there are more formalized social norms with specific expectations in various situations. Politeness and adherence to social conventions are valued. In United States, diverse religious landscape with various beliefs coexisting, and secularism is often emphasized in public life. Meanwhile, in Japan, strong influence of Shintoism and Buddhism is common. Religious practices are often integrated into daily life. Dining ethic. In United States, there are varied dining customs, with tipping being a common practice. And individual preferences, also dietary restrictions, are often accommodated. Meanwhile, in Japan, specific dining customs such as saying "itadakimasu" before a meal and not tipping, and traditional use of chopsticks and emphasis on shared meals. In United States, they generally less formal in language use with a focus on casual communication. Formality may vary based on context and relationships. Meanwhile, in Japan, there is different levels of formality in language depending on the social context. Respectful language is used when addressing seniors or superiors. In United States, a relatively flexible approach to rules with a willingness to challenge or modify them. Meanwhile, in Japan, strong emphasis on following rules, contributing a sense of order and predictability. In America, music scene is characterized by its diversity, incorporating various genres like pop, rock, hip-hop, and country. Meanwhile, in Japan, music scene is also diverse, with a mix of traditional genres like enka and contemporary ones like J-pop and J-rock. In America, it has a diverse culinary landscape influenced by its melting pot culture, resulting in a wide range of international cuisines. Meanwhile, in Japan, emphasizes fresh and seasonal ingredients with traditional dishes like sushi or ramen being popular staples. In American, fashion is eclectic, reflecting individualism and a mix of cultural influences from around the world. Meanwhile, in Japan, Japanese fashion blends traditional attire like kimono with modern, stylish clothing, often characterized by meticulous attention to detail. And then the last is the differences between Japan and American cinema. So, American cinema usually celebrates individualism, are often portraying personal trends and diverse perspectives. The cinema usually features faster pacing, dynamic storytelling, and straightforward narratives. The genre can be dominant, like in blockbuster productions, a wide array of genres, and significant global influence from Hollywood. So, the cinema of Americans usually being called Hollywood. Meanwhile, Japanese cinema usually reflects a collective mindset and exploring themes like honor and tradition. Storytelling in it tends towards subtlety, symbolism, and often employs longer takes with visual metaphors. The genre can be rich, like maybe a rich tradition in anime, G-horror, and historical epics, showcasing a diverse range of genres. So that's all the differences between Japan and America that I found. So based on that, we can conclude that the differences between America and Japan reflect the unique and cultural tapestries that shape their societies. While each nation has its distinct approach to communication, work, and social norms, our understanding and embracing these differences can lead to enriching cross-cultural exchanges. By appreciating diverse perspectives, fostering open-mindedness, and cultivating mutual respect, individuals from both America and Japan, or maybe in other countries, can build bridges that celebrate the strength of each culture, creating a harmonious blend of traditions, innovation, and collaboration on the global stage. So that's all for me. Hope it's quite detailed and it's helpful for all the people that watch this video. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.